Love. The irresistible desire to be irresistibly desired, or at least according to the American author of Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer, Mark Twain. A single soul inhabiting two bodies, or so said that ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle. If we're truthful about it, man has been thinking, debating and arguing about love since time began. Do any of us really know, to quote Hadaway, "What is love?" Probably not. But one thing is clear. As society has changed, so has the way we view love and all things associated with love, such as marriage, sex and relationships. William Shakespeare wrote extensively about love through his plays and poetry. One particularly powerful and concise medium he used to write about love was the sonnets. Shakespeare's sonnets contain 14 lines, broken down into 4 different sections. The first 3 sections, called quatrains, contain 4 lines, whilst the final 2 lines contain a rhyming couplet and act as a conclusion to the sonnet. In many ways, sonnets are difficult to write. Not only do they contain a strict rhyme scheme, ABAB in the first quatrain, CD in the second quatrain, EF in the third quatrain, and GG in the final rhyming couplets, but each line must be made up of 10 beats, with alternating unstressed and stressed syllables. This metre is known as iambic pentameter. However, although difficult to write, the sonnet form allowed Shakespeare to explore his own feelings and views about love. Some of his sonnets are still well known today and are chosen at weddings instead of more traditional religious passages. One such sonnet is Sonnet 18. Sonnet 18 praises the beauty of a young man. The love the persona feels for this young man is shown through the extravagant, over-the-top comparisons with nature. He begins by asking, "Shall I compare thee to a summer's day?" This rhetorical question immediately links the young man with the happiness, warmth and beautiful scenery associated with that season. However, the poem continues by saying, "Thou art more lovely and more temperate." The word "more" shows that this persona believes that this young man is somehow more beautiful than the most beautiful of the 4 seasons, and also less unchanging, less inconsistent, as shown in the adjective temperate. However, extraordinary links between loved ones and nature are not confined to Shakespeare's sonnets. In his famous play Romeo and Juliet, young Romeo is standing below the gorgeous Juliet's balcony. Now, let's be clear about this. His family hate Juliet's family and would be horrified if they knew his feelings for her. Yet in Act 2, Scene 2, he sees a light coming from Juliet's window and cries, "It is the east, and Juliet is the sun." This extravagant metaphor depicts Juliet as a shining, dazzling light, someone so beautiful and wonderful that they have the potential to illuminate others thousands of miles away. It suggests she is a self-contained wonder of nature, someone naturally warm and life-giving. Unquestionably, this metaphor shows that love has the potential to cloud your perception of your loved one, to describe them in ways which are technically impossible. How can Juliet be a life-giving star? So love is clearly an extraordinarily powerful thing. But we still think this, or want to believe in this, don't we? Modern society gives conflicting messages. On the one hand, music videos, seemingly about love, show scantily clad women and men in provocative poses, implying sex is what we as individuals ultimately aspire to, rather than love. Whilst the lyrics suggest more romantic notions, Katy Perry's song, "Thinking of You," is a good example of this.
You're like an Indian summer in the middle of a winter, like a hard candy with a surprise center. How do I get better once I've had the best you said?
On the one hand, Katy Perry is shown kissing a man passionately, wearing her underwear, and looking longingly outside her window, with her dressing gown open, revealing silk nightwear. On the other hand, her lyrics are far less sexual and more romantic, as shown in her similes relating her loved one to nature. Whereas Sonnet 18 refers to a summer's day, Katy Perry sings that her man is like an Indian summer in the middle of winter, suggesting this man represents lovely, cosy, welcome warmth during desperately cold times. Certainly sexual love is depicted far more casually in today's society than it would have been in Shakespeare's day, when sex outside marriage would have been frowned upon. But not all Shakespearean sonnets idealise love and make extravagant links between the objects of their admiration and nature. Sonnet 130, for example, makes a series of seemingly unromantic comparisons between his mistress and elements of nature. Shakespeare writes, "If snow be white, why then her breasts are dun." Snow is associated with purity and cold beauty, whereas the adjective dun means flesh-coloured. Clearly the persona is refusing to idealise the appearance of his loved one, refusing to give her breasts a purity and magnificence they do not possess, and instead be realistic about her appearance. However, the rhyming couplets at the end of the sonnet reveal that this makes his love more special, or rare as any she belied with false compare. The rhyming of rare and compare emphasises the overall message of the poem, that actually true, genuine love does not need artificial, impossible comparisons. And what of modern society? Do we also believe in telling the truth about love? The 2003 movie Love Actually would seem from its title to believe in honesty in love, or exploring what love is in a little more detail. In one scene, undying love for a taken woman is expressed outside her house using a series of posters.
Oh, hi.
Who is it?
It's carol singers.
Well, give him a quid and tell him to bugger off.
In this clip, one poster reads, "And at Christmas you tell the truth," before a later one reveals, "To me you are perfect." Clearly love is dependent on feelings which are personal to you and cannot be evaluated by others. What one person sees as perfection, others will almost certainly not. Juliet's metaphorical language in Act 3, Scene 2 shows that she, like the unfortunate spurned lover in Love Actually, also thinks Romeo is perfect. She demands urgently for Romeo to come, declaring that "thou wilt lie upon the wings of night, whiter than new snow on a raven's back." The image of Romeo, whiter than new snow, lying upon the metaphorical wings of night, is a beautiful one, reminiscent of an angel, shining brightly in the dark night sky. This perfect image jars painfully with the reality that her loved one is going behind the backs of his family members by associating with a sworn enemy. But then Shakespeare shows us that deceit in love is nothing unusual. In Sonnet 138, doubt is suggested in a loved one, with the opening line, "When my love swears that she is made of truth." The phrase "made of truth" is clearly a pun about the loved one's sexual faithfulness, with a possible homophone alternative, "made of truth," in which "maid" means a virgin. However, there would be no need to swear if doubt hadn't arisen in the first place, and the poem seems to suggest that the desire for sexual love can be stronger than the desire for truth. The penultimate line contains a further pun. "Therefore I lie with her and she with me." The word lie primarily refers to the deceit between the couple. She lies about her faithfulness, whereas he is happy for the truth about his older age to be suppressed, but also implies that lying together in bed, presumably making love, forms the most important part of their relationship. This links well to modern day interpretations of love, where the importance of sexual love appears paramount. It is not only movies and pop songs which seemingly sexualise love, and women in particular, but adverts too. For example, Lynx is a deodorant targeted at young, fashionable men, and yet their advertising campaigns persistently include images of women seemingly sexually attracted to men who use Lynx products. Here is an advert for a Lynx shower gel.
Wake up and stay alert with new Lynx Rise.
Wholly unrealistically, the man in the shower is surrounded by 4 young women, laughing and joking as they rub the shower gel onto the man's body. The subliminal message is obvious, yet also ludicrous. Buy this product and you will be able to make love to more young, attractive women. Clearly, it is not just Shakespeare writing about his mistress who can separate romantic love from sexual love, but our modern society too. The phrase "love makes the world go round" may well be a tired cliche, but it is surely an accurate one. For centuries, society has been obsessed with the idea of love, how to attain love, how to maintain love, and how to move on from love. Shakespeare's writing idealises love, but also mocks the idea that people are somehow perfect when in love. Today's society remains fixated with love, but through the medium of music, TV soap operas and films, showcases the irresistibility of sexual love. But our modern society remains in love with romantic love too, as shown by the fiery, feisty, and ultimately flawed EastEnders character, Bianca. Good evening.
You make someone a lovely husband, Ricky.
Yeah, well, you should know.
I've had a really lovely Christmas.
Yeah, I have as well. Best ever.
So why are you moving out then?
I've got to, haven't I? I can't stay here forever. We've both got to move on.
Do we?
Well, what do you mean?
I love you, Ricky. Ricky Butcher, will you marry me?